This afternoon, arrest warrants have been issued for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defence Secretary Yoav Gallant by the International Criminal Court, as well as Hamas leader Mohammed Deif, the mastermind of the October 7th attack. As you heard, Joe Biden has rejected those arrest warrants. Tayab is international crime lawyer and director of the International Centre of Justice for Palestinians, who submitted evidence to the ICC as part of this case. Thank you very much indeed for coming on, Mr. Ali. What evidence did you submit to the ICC and what happened to that evidence?
So we've been engaged in an investigation since November last year. And as part of that investigation, we secured evidence to a British criminal legal standard of witnesses that were on the ground in Gaza, civilian witnesses, and have then come out of Gaza. And we've secured their evidence. And that includes witness testimony, video evidence, photographic evidence, contemporaneous social media evidence. Packaged that together, submitted that to various institutions, including Scotland Yard here in London, the International Criminal Court in The Hague, and the International Court of Justice as well. And
do you know if that evidence forms part of the reason why they want to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu?
I can't say for certainty because we don't get that feedback back, but I'm pretty certain a significant proportion of it would have been used.
And the specific nature of the arrest warrant, what does it want to talk to him about specifically?
Well, in terms of the three, we're talking about breaches of international humanitarian law. With regards to Mohammed Deif, it's to do with October the 7th, with going into the Novara festival and the activities that happened there, which resulted in allegations of war crimes for that, including the hostage taking. With regards to Gallant and Netanyahu, it's about Israeli government policy, which is where the ICC states there is now reasonable grounds to suspect that there's a widespread and systematic attack against the civilian population, which includes the war crime of starvation, the crime against humanity of murder, intentionally directing attacks against the civilian population.
And what does this mean now for Netanyahu, for Yoav Gallant, for this man, Mohammed Deif? I guess he is less likely to be travelling abroad at any moment soon. But Britain is clearly a signatory to the ICC. So if Netanyahu were to come to Britain, and I've been in Downing Street with Netanyahu, who's come to Downing Street, he would, have to be arrested?
Yeah, well, not only are we a signatory to the ICC, so generally speaking, a signatory would have to arrest, detain, and transfer to the ICC for prosecution. But we've incorporated the ICC Rome Statute into domestic law in the International Criminal Court Act. So it's a matter of English and Welsh law too, and Scottish law as well, which means that we have the ability and the power to, and the obligation, in fact, to arrest, detain, and prosecute in the United Kingdom for these breaches of the Rome Statute.
And what then your reaction to what Joe Biden has just said, that he doesn't think that this arrest warrant amounts to a hill of beans?
Well, I mean, that's one view, and I'm not surprised that either the primary actor or those complicit or allegedly complicit in the allegations that we're finding at the ICC, so complicit of under Article 25 of the Rome Statute, complicit in the same crimes that have been levelled against Israel, don't want to be facing justice at the International Criminal Court. I mean, I've not come across very many people at the ICC that are subject to arrest warrants that say, yes, let's welcome a trial. Most of them try to undermine it or try to refuse to accept its jurisdiction. Unfortunately, the law is the law, and the ICC judges have issued, on basis of reasonable grounds, arrest warrants for very serious crimes indeed.
Tayab, really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on. Tayab Ali, international crime lawyer, director of the International Centre of Justice for Palestinians, who submitted evidence to the ICC as part of this case.